Hey everybody, good afternoon. Scott Fortunoff here, president of the Blank Quilting Corporation. Today I wanted to show you our April shipping collection. And the first line I have here is called Sunrise Garden by Satin Moon Designs. But what I just want to tell you before we get into the line is this was a line where our mill came to us and said we have our own in-house staff, and they presented it to us, so we bought it for them. So there's a lot of different ways we get lines, and I just wanted to point that out, that this was one of the lines where we did actually buy the art from the mill. So here we start off here with this beautiful 36-inch panel, beautiful butterflies and floral arrangement, really great colors here, and I could show you the selvage, is these fun little butterflies down here, and then we get into the rest of the cast. So here we have a nice stripe using the same designs, beautiful butterflies again. Butterflies always sell really well for us. They're very mainstream. They appeal to so many different age groups and people, and we do very well with them. So here you have the larger butterfly on that kind of fun light-colored background with the little paisleys. Here's a little smaller floral with the little butterflies in it. And then this is, I guess, a medium-sized floral. And then the small butterflies, or the medium size, so these are kind of small, and then I guess these are medium, and then these go to large. So here we have the beautiful floral with the large butterflies, and then we move over with some coordinates. So this is the background of that other print with the beautiful paisley. Love how we have this little pink and blue and aqua all blends in together. A nice little blender with that medium size butterfly, and then a tonal to finish off the line. So that is Sunrise Garden by Satin Moon Designs. The next Blank Quilting April shipping collection is called Katori by 2F by C. And let me first show you the panel. It's a 36-inch panel. And of course, this is an indigo line. Blank has done a lot of these indigo lines, and we do really well with them. So this is the panel, 36 inches, really the masterpiece for this line. And then let's see, the supporting cast. So you just have it's like an indigo group. Very decorative, so here you have like a chevron, we could call it, or a stripe, and then this is like a weave, and then you have this little geometric, we have squares, we have the stripe, and then we move on here to, let's call it a flower, another flower, little circle print, small circle print, and then a square print. So a lot of geometrics, fun to make a great blue quilt. And again, these will mix with all the other blues you have, so you really can make something awesome. So that is Katori by 2F by C for Blank Quilting. The next April shipping line is a Halloween line, and as you probably know, we ship all of our Halloween in April. We do Christmas in May. We do winter theme in June, typically. Some companies vary a little bit. But anyway, this is Deja Vu by Satin Moon Designs. Really fun, kind of more dark line, a little bit more on the scarier side. In the past, we've done well with both scary and not as scary, but I think more people like the not scary. So this one is scary. We like to mix it up a little, and here you have it. So you have this great panel with the bats, little webs in the background, nice crow, and then you have the skull with the witch's hat, and then you could even see the portrait of the witch in there, the nice fun moon. And then these cool black roses down here and spiders. Check out this selvage here. It's a cat, and really clever. Very nice. So let's move on to the supporting cast. So here we have these offset, I like to call them blocks. They're rectangles, squares, but more like frames. And the motifs are framed in it. Love this little spider in here, and then this kind of bottle of potion. And then we have these portraits again with all the different Halloween motifs, a little bit of scribble writing in the background. We have the sun and moon, not so scary, with some words in the background, some bats and like a camo arrangement, camouflage, spiders on the webs. And then we have those black roses, scarecrows in the trees, skeletons overlaid on the webs with the spider, the evil eyeball, owls in a harlequin, and then we finish it off with the skeletons in more like of a fancy, scrolly type of way. So that's Deja Vu by Satin Moon Designs. Continuing with Halloween and our April shipping lines, the next one is called Halloween Countdown, and this one is by Urban Essence Designs. So this is like an advent calendar, but for Halloween, which is a lot of fun. So just the countdown to Halloween and different motifs in each day, but this is a 36-inch panel, and of course I'm going to just look how awesome it is. The detail is so great, but I did want to point out the selvage. It's the skulls in lots of different colors, but really just a clever idea. This line actually sold very well, so that's a good thing. So then we have the signage with some, danger, beware, go back, and blood with wood, and then we go into the stripe. The stripe has the skulls, the floating witches, the scary monsters, candy corns, Halloween words, skulls, and then we repeat again. And then moving on here, we have the black cat silhouetted over the moon, the full moon, the witches with a few skulls, Halloween words in the shape of a pumpkin with a little leaf, and then these creepy little floating witches and some potions, a pumpkin print. And wait, let me just check something. These are all glow, and I totally forgot to mention that. So these are all glow. As you can see here, I checked. It has a G in the pattern, 2254G, so that means it glows. So this is going to be really cool. We should really turn the lights off. That would be fun. But anyway, then we have the skeletons on the moon, skeletons on the purple, the Halloween word on the bat with some skulls in there, and then we finish it off with the creepy spider. Again, this is going to glow, so it's going to be really cool and especially scary. So that is Halloween Countdown by Urban Essence Designs. The next line is Golden Days by D. Don Francisco, and it's another April collection. In April, aside from shipping Halloween, we also ship Harvest. So here we start out here with the 24-inch panel. Nice little scenic here with the farm and the scarecrow and all the different fruits and the lovely background of the landscape. And then what's cool here, I really like this selvage that they did because it's really empty. It's kind of more of an outline, like a pumpkin or some sort of fruit, but very simple, very neat, something different I haven't seen before. Then we move on to these blocks. I would say they're either 10 by 10 or 12 by 12. I'm sorry, I didn't measure them. And lots of these great motifs. You could cut these out or you could use them as is. So then moving on, we have the stripe, which has the scarecrows, the different pumpkins, the sunflowers, and then it keeps repeating. Then we have the pumpkin all over on the green leaf ground that I'll show you after we have the green leaf ground to go with it. The scarecrows on the pink leaf ground, pumpkins in the farm, some nice corn, an outdoor scenic with all the motifs together, and then we move on to that tonal. That's the kind of pink tonal leaf print, and then the green one, and then we have the sunflower. But just going back again over here, this is the one that has the green in the background, and then this is the leaf background there. So see how nice those work together. So there you have it. That is Golden Days by D. Don Francisco. Hi everybody, Scott Fortunoff here, president of Studio E Fabrics. Today I want to show you our April shipping collections. As you may or may not know, April is when we ship Harvest and Halloween, so you're going to see a lot of that today. So let's get right to it. Midnight Magic by Grace Pop. Grace Pop, this is her third line in this kind of iteration, and she's done really well for us, so this is great, and we keep it going. And again, it's called Midnight Magic. So we start here with these different blocks. So these are squares, these two are rectangles. You could use this as one piece. You could cut this out, you could cut these out, whatever you want to do, and then it has the spider web background there. So this is a 24-inch panel, and then let's move on to the supporting cast. So we have the stripe, which is so cute. How cute are these little shoes with the socks in them, and then the nice background scenic with the scary trees and the crow and all that stuff. But here, check out the selvage. It's pumpkin, those are upside down, and those are colored in. So then here we have the pumpkin all over toss with a little scroll in the background. We have the white pumpkins too. I've been seeing a lot more of those, really like those. And then we have all the scary words. And then we have this hexagon print with the different motifs in there. And then we move on to another stripe, different from the other one. This is more of a real stripe. And then we have the mini pumpkins, they're decorated, and then we have the same thing on the gray ground. Then we move to the scary dark sky print with the crows flying around, some stars, a nice little, what's called a check. And then we have the cemetery and witches and the scary trees, and then that pumpkin all over. And then we have little spider webs and stars, And then we have the little cat print. So that is Midnight Magic by Grace Pop Studio. Next up for April from Studio E is Simply Gold, and it is just Simply Gold. So we have this kind of off-white ground with these gold metallic motifs. So here you have these great acorns and this little thing that comes off the tree that we used to put on our noses when I was a kid. And then we have these great leaves. Check out the gold, really nice, really sparkly, fun. Definitely will make your harvest quilt shine, or if you did it on a table run or a placemat at dinner, it would be great. Here's another different leaf. Pumpkin print with leaves and acorns, a little dot. And then check out how awesome that is. Look at that sunflower, how fabulous it is. And you can't really feel the metallic, which is nice. The fabric still feels as good as it always does, but really a nice little addition here. It's like a little bonus. So that's Simply Gold, and that's by Studio E Fabrics. The next Studio E line for April shipping is a 108 collection. Not only is it 108, but it's 2-ply flannel 108. So it's the really, really nice stuff. Super soft, super cuddly, super warm. We print these in Pakistan. So here we start out with this black ground and these different decorative circles. We have this blue ground with these swirls and these little flowers. And we did that same design on green. And then we have these little rectangular shapes kind of floating around, little flower on the black ground, and then we did a little gray skin. These are 18-yard bolts. Again, it's the 2-ply flannel. This is Tranquil II 108, and there was a Tranquil 1, which sold very well, so that's why we brought you Tranquil 2. The next Studio E April shipping collection is called Autumn Flourish, and it's by Art Loft, and of course it's a nice harvest line. So here we start off with these blocks. These are kind of like pillow panels. So you have these beautiful pumpkins, and of course you can cut them out and make a great pillow, or probably a placemat as well. And then you have the other version on the top. And then here we have the 24-inch panel, which is just a beautiful arrangement of flowers on a nice black ground. So it really accentuates the designs and the color, and it really pops. So again, the nice 24-inch panel. And then here we go on to the supporting cast. And let's just look at the selvage here. Cute little leaves, probably 18 there if I had to guess. And then we have these really detailed flowers. And again, the fabric feels really good. The detail is just pretty amazing. If you kind of zoom into here, just look at all the shading and all the detail that went into it. So here we have some different fruits, little berries, pumpkins, beautiful leaves on the green ground, and then we did it on the burgundy, and then the sunflowers on a black and white ground, and then this little scroll on this rusty color, and then gold on the same scroll, a fun plaid, and then this tiny little flower on the white, and then we finish it off with a nice stripe that kind of wraps it all up. So that's Autumn Flourish by Art Loft. The next Studio E April shipping collection is Geofetty II by Art Loft. So obviously if there's a 2, there was a 1, and that usually means it is a good collection. So as the name implies, geometric, lots of geometrics, funfetti, confetti, lots of color, and here you have it. So here we have this great design, hexagon with all these different stars and circles, really graphic, geometric. And then we move on to these fun circles in different shapes, but with lots of different colors in there and lots of different tones. And then we have these little kind of very simple drawings of flowers on the white. They look very sharp and they definitely pop. Looks really nice there. And here we have the diamond shapes. They're on the side, but you know what a diamond is. Diamond's a girl's best friend. Anyway, moving on. So here we have these little kind of lines, almost like a flooring. And then we have this wild design. I should have looked at all the names and figured out what everyone intended for these to be, but I'll just make up the names as we go. It's more fun. So here we have these little blooming flowers, large, popping, loud, beautiful, really detailed, lots of color, lots of geometric. And then here we go to the circles again. This looks just like the other one. I think it might be 2 pieces of the same, believe it or not. They're fooling us, smart guess. Are those the same? They look pretty close. Anyway, so here's the other color of this design, which I'm not going to try to describe. And here's the blue ground of those simple flowers. And then we have a diamond shape again, really fun. So much color in here, really awesome. And again, this is digital, so you could see, when all these colors in here mush together, you gotta do digital. And then we did the round version with different circles. This looks like a geometry class in high school. And then we have these waves or onions, I think she calls them in one of them. And then to finish it off, we have this really fun ombre. Look how nice this is. And again, the fabric feels so nice. So it ombres out from light all the way to dark with these geometric shapes. So that is Geofetty II by Art Loft. Hey everybody, Scott Fortunoff here, president of Henry Glass Fabrics. Today I'm here to show you the April 2022 shipping collections, and a lot of those collections are Harvest and Halloween. The first line here we have is Old Salem Black Hat Society, and that is by Shelly Comiskey. So let's dive right into it. Start out here with these blocks. These are probably about 12 by 12, and you could use them as is or cut them out, and then they have this fun little black ground with this, I guess, like a radiating sun. But boo to you, it's spooky time, 31st of October. And then here we have a panel. This is a 24-inch panel, and this is what Old Salem's Black Hat Society was all about. So here we have this great witch, and down here you could see the selvage, which is pumpkins. So let's start here, Marcus. And this is a trick-or-treat bag. So there's two variations. This is a 36-inch panel, and it even comes with the strap. And then here's the other side. We also have the Scary Ghost version, and then here is your strap. So that's 36-inch panel. You got it all there. You might need to buy a couple other things to go with it, and you can make your own trick-or-treating bag. So then we have the trick-or-treating words, or the scary Halloween words. And then we move into the pumpkins, which are with a few words too. We have a spider web and spider print, and we did it on black as well. The witch's hats, and then these offset blocks, so different size squares, sometimes rectangles with the different Halloween motifs. It could be cut or used as is. Then we have a nice plaid, the ghosts on an orange ground with the little scroll and the bats, and the same thing on the black ground. And then we finish off with a stripe, which has a lot of different motifs and the Old Salem Black Hat Society words. And then we finish it off with the scary jack-o'-lantern and cat print. So that is Old Salem Black Hat Society by Shelly Comiskey. The next April shipping line from Henry Glass is called Haunted Village by Color Principle. And here we start out. It's another Halloween line. As I've told you, April is for Halloween and Harvest. So this is a great panel here. It's a 36-incher, so it'll be really easy to just throw on some borders and make something nice and quick and easy. So let's see the rest of the cast. We have this fun stripe here with all the different Halloween motifs, the potions, the skulls, the witch hats, the bones, things like that. And then we have the house that's on the panel, but in a smaller version, tossed all over with some other motifs. We have the little pumpkin print. We have the medium-sized pumpkin print, and then we have the crows. And then we have the orange ground version of the pumpkin, and then the red version of this one, smaller one. And then we did the word print. And then here we have another stripe with these great haunted houses on it, the Haunted Village. And then here we finish it off with this stripe. So that's Haunted Village by Color Principle for Henry Glass. The next April shipping line for Henry Glass Fabrics is called Gnome of the Brave by none other than Shelly Comiskey, who is just a fabulous illustrator. And she's definitely gotten on the map with her gnomes. Her gnomes are famous, and they're awesome, and they're still going, believe it or not, which is great. So we start out with this 24-inch panel, and look how cute these gnomes are. So sweet with their little beards and very patriotic. And then here you could see the selvage. They did the little flags. And then let's move on to the supporting cast. So a lot of coordinates here. We have this bias stripe, which is fun. You could use that for binding. The little gnome hanging out on the fireworks. A plaid. The gnome here, and then you have the eagle gnome on the flag and the USA and the star background, and then we did that again on the red ground. Is that exactly the same? No, those are different prints. Sorry about that. So this one is just the eagle Americana eagle. Gnome, and then the heart print. And then the offset blocks that you could use as is, or you could cut out the little patches that you want to use, but really lots of great stuff to work with here. And then a nice star print, and then we finish it out with a stripe that wraps everything up and ties it up in a nice bow, and that is Gnome of the Brave by Shelley Comiskey. The next Henry Glass line for April is Loving Camp Life by Emily Dumas. And here you have it. We start out with this 24-inch panel with the Rise and Climb, the Great Outdoors, Loving Lake Life, On Cabin Time, Happy Camper, and Under the Stars. Cute little selvage here of a little tent. But again, you could use this as a panel by itself, or you could cut these different pieces out, or this piece out. So now let's try this a different way. Here are the coordinating prints for this line. So we start out with the fish lures to go fishing. And then we have the little fish print. And then nice little trees, glampers, campers, whatever you want to call them. A nice check. The animal heads, tossed, which is nice. The nice labels or patches, all different camping sayings. A little basic coordinate here. And then a word print with some of the motifs as well. Cabin, lake, lodge, home. And then again on brown. And then we finish off with a toss print of all the motifs together on a white ground. So there you have it. That is called Loving Camp Life by Emily Dumas. The next Henry Glass April shipping line is another Halloween line, and it's called the Blue Glow by Delphine Kubit. And we actually just turned off the lights, and it really did glow, and it looks freaking amazing. So this is so cool. And this is more of a happy Halloween line, not scary, better for the kids. Look at this great selvage, too. Let's check this out up here. Really fun. All the different Halloween motifs in there. Really nice job. All right, so now let's check it out. What else we got? So here you have the stripe, all the different Halloween motifs. Again, a little more happy than the other lines that we've seen. Little candies, and it says trick or treat. And again, this is glow, so it really is going to look spectacular. Ghost print, pumpkin, cat, skulls, funny teeth. I'm sure those will look really good in the glow. Boo the word, a couple of the ghosts, and spider web in the background. A nice star print in black. Same thing in orange. Pumpkin print with a little bird on top. But again, happy. Look at how smiley the spiders are. They're not scary. Glowing ghosts. Little star. Crazy cats for Halloween with a little rat or a mouse. Same thing on orange. Spiderweb print. But again, if it glows in the dark, it's going to look really cool. Candle with the mouse. Candle with the mouse on the green. And then the witch on her broom with all the entire cast and crew. But again, happy. So that is Boo, and that's by Delphine Kubit, and it glows in the dark. Next up for shipping in April for Henry Glass Fabrics is Autumn Splendor by Bob Giordano, or of Bob Giordano Studios. And here we start off with these running yardage blocks, so this keeps repeating. These blocks look like they're about 6 by 6, so you could cut them out individually or cut them out as a group. And we also have this cute little stripe going across of the leaves with the little birds in them. And then let's check out the selvage. The selvage is little colorful pumpkins. And then we move on here to another 24-inch panel, which is broken down into two areas. You have these blocks up here, which are probably around 12 by 12, and then this larger rectangular shape on the bottom, which is a beautiful scenic print and really just screams autumn. So very nicely done, and that's 24 inches. So you could use it all together or cut these out or cut this out as you wish. And then we go on to the supporting cast. So this is almost a lead print, really beautiful, large, flowers, very clear, very crisp. And again, the fabric feels amazing. As always, the Korean mills do such a nice job on this. But see, look at the detail and the flowers and the butterfly. Even in the plants, you could see like the veins, but really nice. And then we go on, we have a little wood grain, a nice autumn splendor plaid, that the bird and those leaves that go with this stripe that's on the top of these blocks. And then we have a white ground with all the different autumn motifs, the little roosters, the fruits, the sunflowers, the barn, beautiful leaf on black ground print, pumpkin print, and then we wind it down with a stripe that has all these different fruits and leaves and lots of motifs that scream autumn. So that's Autumn Splendor by Bob Giordano. The next April collection is called Fall Potpourri by Andrea Teixeira. And you know what happens sometimes? We don't get a full piece and we have to make do with what we get from the mill. So these are going to be running blocks. They look about 12 by 12 and they'll keep repeating this way, and then this is the top and this is the bottom. So really cute. And then let's check out this line. I love this line. It's fresh. I've been seeing a lot more of the white pumpkins, and this one has accents of gold, which is really nice. And Marcus, if you could zoom in here, you could really get a good look at the gold. Even look down here on the selvage or on this little stripe here. It's really awesome. It's come a long way on that front. But again, I really love the black and white and just kind of how they're not traditional orange pumpkins. So here we have the plaid. Again, these really fancy schmancy decorated pumpkins, little plant, a little flower, a little plant. The pumpkins again on the yellow ground with the metallic in there. You can see the detail. The leaf print on the black ground, again with the gold accents in there, really nice. This one it's really hard to see, but really cool, kind of just like a decoration with the gold accents all around. Circular decoration, and then here's a larger version of those great pumpkins with the accents of gold. But again, love the white and cream, just fresh, kind of different look on life. Pumpkins don't always have to be orange. And then here we have the nice scroll with the gold, nice little vines, and then this beautiful leaf print, really nice. And again, let me show you the selvage because it really is really special. Really nice colors here, like these muted colors. And they really did a nice job. So that is Fall Potpourri by Andrea Teixeira. Kim Deal is going to bless us with a new line in April called Harvest Hill. And in Kim Deal's way, it's small prints, simple prints. It's all about her color and what she does with them. So I'm not really going to try to explain what they are because they all have different names. But here's a little flowers on this burgundy ground. Really rich ground as always. Little gray ground with these circles. A little budding plant here on the gold. These pixelated dots making a different shape. It looks like a little amoeba. We got a little stripe here. A nice floral. And then another really small print here. Small little budding plants. Little orange flowers, really sweet on the white ground. These have a fancy name. I don't know what they are, but you see them. And then we have this, I guess plaid or whatever you want to call it, little crosses, and then this little plant again. So again, hard to describe, really beautiful, but when you put it together, it really is awesome. So this is Harvest Hill by Kim Deal.